Right then Pete, it's back again. It's a bit dark here I'm afraid because I've got the lighting disconnected at the moment because I'm rewiring everything from the Phoenix battery where it was back to that Leisure battery, roughly where my battery's going to finally go. There's the DCC50s. It's pretty much wired up. All I've actually got to do is take a cable from there to the positive of the battery. I've got to take a cable from there to the negative of the battery. I'm waiting for some thicker negative cable to turn up. I want some 16mm squared cable to turn up. This isn't, but this is only running up to the fuse box. That's not taking the full charge or the full load from the battery. What I've had to do is these end covers, as you can see there, I've had to cut slots out of them. Just chopped it out of a hacksaw and then snapped it out with a pair of mole grips you see down there. And the same for the other side. So all I've got to do now is run the solar down the inside of this wall, drill a hole through, connect that to there, connect a wire to the starter battery of the transit, run that through to there, battery positive to there, battery negative to there on the shunt, and it's all wired up. I've got to do a couple of bits of wiring in here, mainly because I'm running lithium ion and I don't want to damage them. Lithium iron phosphate rather, I don't want to damage them. I'm going to put in the temperature probe. This comes with a temperature probe, and I'm going to wire that in to the battery. The battery management system has got its own temperature probe. It's got a daily BMS that comes with a temperature probe. It doesn't hurt to have two. The BMS will shut down and this will shut down, so they're bound to be different, calibrated differently. They always are. You can't even get two power meters to read the same next to each other. So anyway, there we go. That's the wiring, almost finished, apart from I need to wire the fuse box into here, and I need to wire the battery into here, and then we're all done. I'll get back to you in a sec. If not, I'll get back to you tomorrow hopefully when the negative cable turns up and I can finally finish the wiring. We'll see. See you in a bit, Pete. Right, just a quick addendum. I've still got some daylight. I've quickly wired up the 60-watt Renogy panel into the solar input. It's charging. It's currently apparently in bulk. Battery voltage is normal. I've got the battery quickly hooked up to the shunt. I haven't got the shunt wired up yet, so it's not working. Well, the display's not working anyway. I've just quickly wired that battery up. So I've got lights, camera action, etc. So it's all working. I've got solar coming in. So if you can see out there, the camera makes it look a lot lighter than it is. But it is currently, must be getting on for 9 o'clock at night. Oh, it's only 20 past 8. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, peeps. Hay fever is kicking my arse today. And trust me, sneezing with a slip disc ain't fun. Fortunately, copious amounts of painkillers for the win. Anyway, there's the Renogy up and running. Obviously, that is the alternator. That's not on. So, tomorrow I will wire that in. But I just want to quickly wire up the little 60-watt panel up on the roof just to check this thing works, and it does, because the red light's on, which means on bulk charge, which is surprising at 20 past 8 at night it's getting anything at all. But there you go, it's probably getting like 2 watts, but I can't tell because I haven't wired up the shunt yet, which I'm going to do next. Right, so I'll be back to you in a sec when we've got some more wiring done. Right, so I've been messing about. Red light, there's solar coming in. Not a lot, but there's solar coming in. The green light in the middle is showing that the battery's normal voltage, which is, it's not low voltage, it's not fully charged. So There you go. And the green light is the battery type, which is sealed lead acid, which is what this leisure battery is. I will be changing that when my lithium pack goes in. I've wired up the shunt, which is what this untidy looking wire is. I've left it long because, as I say, I don't know where the battery's going to go. And the shunt is now operating this display. Can you see that? At the moment I've got 0.1.5 amps coming out of the battery, because I've got all these little LEDs that light up the USB sockets all around the van. The battery voltage is 12.43. And it's not going to be getting charged because there's hardly any solar coming in. If there wasn't any solar coming in, this would be pointing upwards, I think. The reason the battery's not filled up yet is because I've got to set this. I've got to wait till the battery's at 100%, then tell this that the battery's at 100%. So it knows what 100% is on the battery, because it's got no idea, it's just turned on. It doesn't know what the top voltage of the battery is, what the bottom voltage is, what percentage is what. So you basically have to fully charge the battery, get it up to its top voltage, then set this, then it knows. Plus you have to set in the amp hours you've got, I believe. I should really read the instructions before I make these videos, but there you go, it's working. There's some solar coming in, not a lot. The battery's at 0% according to that, but that's because it doesn't know what percent the battery is. That's the voltage. That's amps, that's amp hours used. And again, amp hours used total. Amps being used at the moment, 1.4. These the little lights on the USB sockets. There's another couple over there. They've got blue lights behind them. And over in that back corner, the double USB socket over there has got a couple of LEDs, sorry, lighting them up. So that's what that draw is. There's obviously bugger all coming in from the solar. It's showing there's something coming in from the solar, but it's so low. It's not even covering what the draw is on the battery, just from these 4 LED lights. So anyway, that's enough for tonight. My fever's giving me a headache and I'm going to go home. Well, I already am home, I'm outside my house, but I'm going to pack up and come back out tomorrow. Hopefully the earth wire will be here and I can finish the wiring, and then I won't have to have a red earth wire, which is this one. I've got some 16mm squared coming in earth cable. That can come, and then I can change that one as well, because that one's a bit on the small side. This one doesn't bother me because it's literally just the earth to the chassis. All the power that comes out of this goes down that wire and this wire and this wire, depending on whether it's charging or discharging. But there you go. That's the DCC50s all up and running. That's the, what make is that? Battery capacity monitor. When I put this video up, I'll put links down in the description. I bought this over a year ago, I can't remember the blooming name of it. I'll put some links down in the description anyway, so you can see on Amazon what it was I bought, if anyone's interested. If you want to copy me, more for you. But there you go. Got a lot done over the past 2 days. All I'm waiting for now is my earth cables to turn up, and then finally my battery, my big lovely jubbly battery. And then all the electrics are done, apart from the B2B, which I've got to run, which is 2 foot of red cable, which I've got left down there. That's enough left to run the B2B cable, and then all I've got to do is put the solar up on the roof, which means buying the 2020 aluminium profile, bolting it all together, getting it up on the roof, and then putting the solar panels on it. I'm not going to do the tilting this year. I'll do the I've got a linear actuator to tilt the panels, so I'll probably do that next year. Anyway peeps, that's it for today. I'll get back to you in a second, which will be a couple of days depending on when the wires turn up, but you won't know that. See you in a bit.